some of the best all over the valley, especially musicians and artists and I forgot what you call it, chiselers, what do you call it? Sculptors and stuff like that, but all over. But you know what happened because of COVID? We had to learn this new thing when people couldn't come in our studio called Zoom, and we started introducing artists all over the world.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but right down the street, we have a great artist, Amy Kohl.
Hi.
You've been on the show a few times.
A few times, yeah.
And you are teaching art now to another generation.
Yeah, Fresno High.
Fresno High School.
I love it. Right around the neighborhood.
It's right down
here.
the street here, yeah.
Yep.
And what kind of art?
I teach, they call it 3D design. It's actually sculpture. We do everything from work with wire. The students make masks with old-fashioned paper mache. They carve stone. They learn how to sew.
Click on that third picture there.
We also work with,
Click go on that, yeah. Tell us about this. This is your students' art.
Yes, we did a project at the beginning of the year. The students were given a roll of tape, and they, with paper, made an underwater sea creature, and then we put it together in an installation piece, and this is it. And
this is what you call 3D?
That's three-dimensional. It takes up space. That's what I tell the kids.
What other, besides what you teach, what other art classes do they have?
We have a ceramics class. We have Art 1. Art 2, and we also have an IB program, International Baccalaureate.
Oh, nice, nice.
And that's a 2-year program.
And it's important to have that in the schools?
Oh, very important.
It's called a setup question. Yeah.
Yes, it is. We really need the arts. From what I see, Fresno Unified is really working hard to make the arts more accessible to our younger students, but we're getting a lot of support at the high school level, and our school is very special, Fresno High, because we have our very own gallery on campus.
Tell me about that gallery.
We started it about 2 years ago, and it enables our International Baccalaureate students to have a culminating show after their 2 years. 2 years of study.
Is that one of the requirements for
Yes, it is.
International Baccalaureate?
Yes, and then all of our other students get an opportunity to show their work from the classes, and we also have a couple of shows that are open to the staff at the beginning of the year. It's great to always see what your principal does over the summer, and our all the other students, we have a show that they can all participate in.
The reason I told you I'm going to ask you more about this during, before we started the interview, how many people altogether have a chance to ever have a piece in a gallery, but the Fresno High students and faculty get a chance when they graduate. They've had a gallery showing.
It's really special. The other day during lunch, I had a student come in, and he struggled on his mask project, and it was up on the wall, and he was beaming. He said, "Miss Kohl, this is great. This is just great," and he took a picture and sent it to his parents. And
Also, being in a gallery, I have the experiences all young artists do. I was a classical guitarist.
Oh, yeah.
I made my living doing that for a while. But what did my parents say? No, but you have to have a real job. You got to get the real job. And your art students, parents are saying, oh, yeah, but you're going to get a degree in business or something. But the parents come in and see that art in a gallery on the wall. The whole thing changes.
It totally changes. And it totally changes how a student feels about their own creativity, their own ideas, sharing their own ideas. It's risk taking, is sharing your own imagination.
Oh, yeah.
We worked a lot at the beginning of the year talking about creativity, imagination, and innovation, and the students realized that these ideas I've got in my head, I can share them.
To get them out.
Yeah.
Now, do you see more careers in the art over what was 20, 30 years ago?
Well, we've had to become a lot more innovative, and the world is constantly changing, so we don't even know what the next careers are going to be, but our culture's evolved, and the arts are appreciated more. They're needed more. And in terms of sharing ideas, it's changed from magazines and things like that to the internet.
The internet, yes. I want to look at some of these photos you submitted. You took these, right?
I took these photos. My mom always teases me that I should go into photography. I'm very inspired by clouds right now. I'm working on several carvings of clouds. That was just last week here in Fresno. Saw a lovely rainbow. And So I've been really inspired by the sky, and when I went to one of the photos coming up, my best friends and I flew to Chicago to look at some art for the weekend.
The one with the feet?
The one with the feet.
There you go.
There we go. That's a painting by Georgia O'Keeffe.
What museum is this?
The Chicago Art Institute.
Okay.
And
That's not the one with the big dinosaur in. Sue the dinosaur. Okay.
no, that's the other one we went
Natural
to.
history, yeah.
Anyway, when Georgia O'Keeffe had flown, that was a painting she did. And then on my way home, I had some beautiful views
To
flying.
put that one at the feet one more time. So she's with the feet there. Anyway,
My friends and I, we walked over
There it
10
is.
miles a day.
so
And
the painting is
Georgia,
No, is it a painting?
Yeah, that's a painting that Georgia O'Keeffe did. And she used to fly from New York to New Mexico.
yeah.
And she was inspired by the clouds. And I totally see it.
right.
And yeah, our feet were hurting. We walked and walked and
Now the cloud pictures they might pop up again here in a second. They're not just like a big old clump of clouds. Yours are the ones you chose to photograph are very almost sculpted in the sky.
Exactly. And the thing I love about clouds is they change. And everybody can interpret things that they see, use their own imagination. And on the pieces that I'm working on right now in stone, I'm really looking from the different views so that people can find things inside. So I'll hide some things inside. But if you look at this photo, for example, that totally reminds me of the George O'Keeffe painting.
It really does. Those little.
And yeah,
shape.
it was just kind of magical.
So you personally now you're doing some sculpting,
Yes.
and you said in what medium?
I'm working with stone.
Okay.
And I weld also. I've taken kind of
What
a
does that
break
mean,
from
stone? What
that.
is it?
Stone. I carve marble.
Marble.
I have hammers
Where
and
do you get
chisels.
a big piece of marble? Is that just?
Well, I have good friends.
Is it expensive?
It depends upon who you get it through. Couple dollars a pound, but if you get it from
But it's
Italy,
heavy.
it's very
Yeah.
heavy. And I have several pieces that I've purchased over the years. Italian marble,
Mm-hmm.
the best, and also Colorado Yule marble is wonderful.
Different, probably. I don't know what you call it. You
Hammer
chip
and
on it?
chisel, and then but I use
So it's-
power tools.
But different kinds chip off differently.
Yes.
Is some more flaky or less stable? I have
Yeah.
no idea. I'm making
Yeah,
this up
no,
as we go.
marble's nice because it's usually very pure, especially Italian marble. And the pieces I have are just beautiful. They're already, I could see inside them already. Next time I come,
You
I'll
got a
have
block,
to.
and you can see inside.
I can see what I'm going to be.
Now I'm
carving.
very square when it comes to art. Is it all just a square block, or are they?
Actually,
different?
they're different shapes. The ones I'm starting with. I'll have to next
Yeah,
time I come.
next show we're gonna
Next
show just on
will be
this.
the cloud show.
Because it's fascinating to me. So I'm thinking of Da Vinci or whatever, Michelangelo, whoever did David. That
Yes.
was
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo did David. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the art teacher. She has to know
Yes,
all these
yes.
things.
And that's always an awkward one to show in class. I'm like, children, don't be offended. There's nudity in life, there's
Right.
nudity in art, and here's David.
Here's David. Big David.
And yeah, that was carved from one block of stone.
What's amazing to me is it's very unforgiving.
Yeah, if you make a mistake, it's gone, it's gone. You can't, yeah, you're not supposed to glue it back on.
All of us here, all of us here are used to computer just so fast and stuff. Control Z, undo, undo, undo.
You
Anything
can't.
we do, any mistake we make, we can undo, but not
If
sculpture.
you make a mistake with the stone, you have to work with it and find the next way to look at it. Especially, I mean, even with Mount Rushmore, they had to do that.
I heard that they actually had to change the order or
change-
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
so you have
fascinating.
to learn to read your stone, read your idea, and the two meld together.
Well, Fresno High is lucky to have you.
I love
And
Fresno
you're lucky
High.
to have them. What a great pairing.
Yeah, I love my
of-
kids. They're really excited about carving in the spring.
And I asked you because I always think of you as a tower person. You didn't go to Fresno High,
No, I grew up in upstate New York.
upstate New York,
By-
all the way upstate.
Yep, all the way by Montreal,
Yeah. Wow.
Canada.
Did it snow?
Yeah.
Because most of us have never really seen
yes.
or functioned in snow.
We had snow days, and I'd cross-country ski to my friend's house.
Oh, how fun.
It was cold.
I always barrage my guests with questions. I don't give them a chance to have a thought of their own. Anything you want to add before we're out of time?
No, at some point we will have the art gallery at Fresno High open to the public. Not sure when that's going to be. We will advertise it. And also our students are involved in the park that's opening right next to...
Yeah, tell us about that. Most people know something's going on, but we don't really understand what's going on.
On the corner of Echo and Weldon, there's a little park, a community park that's being built. And our students are the Mud Club, the Ceramics Teachers Club, they're working on some trash receptacles. They're going to be doing tile work on that and mosaic work. And then there's also going to be a mural.
Okay.
So
That's going to be great. That's a big thing. By
Fresno
the way,
High Art Department.
Echo kind of turns into Van Ness. It's very confusing even what the names of the streets are there. Sometimes they call it Tom Seaver Way
Yes,
or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. So,
It's still a great place.
yeah, Fresno High is great. That area is great, and we love it. Okay, we're way out of time, but I want to say this. We want to have you back, maybe a student day,
Oh, that would
and
be neat.
maybe just a day where we talked about the sculpting thing. 'Cause,
Oh, that would be great.
I'm obviously fascinated by it. So.
Thank you.
All right, Amy Kohl,
Thank
teacher
you.
at Fresno High, but moreover, she's an artist.
Artist. Yeah.
Artist, got your own studio. You're at home
Yeah,
now.
I moved home during COVID.
Yeah,
Yep.
a lot
Got
of us
my
did
own
that.
space. It's beautiful.
All right. This is Central Valley Talk. This show's artists and authors. If you want to come on the show, you're welcome. You're invited to be on the show. We'll be back with more. We're going to be here all day, so we'll be back right after this.
Thanks, Mike.